So a lot of people have been asking what's up with Mario Kart World. Is there a Rainbow Road? How would that work? Because everything's kind of interconnected, right? And of course they showed off the map and different things like that, but we didn't see any Rainbow Road. But Nintendo of Korea is back at it again, and what I mean by that is the official Korean website for Nintendo has leaked Rainbow Road, and it's absolutely insane that they keep leaking stuff. If you missed yesterday's video, link it down in the description below. They leaked a major character for Donkey Kong Bonanza. So it's kind of crazy that Nintendo keeps leaking stuff, and specifically the Korean website. Someone's gonna have to look into what's going on with the Nintendo of Korea. But anyways, for our benefit, we get to keep getting these tidbits. Now, if you don't know, we're gonna be getting a Mario Kart World Direct happening April 17th. We're going to get probably way more information. That's probably where they're going to reveal Rainbow Road. Maybe they won't, though. I don't know. At this point, they might as well, because it's already kind of out there. I also want to talk about every I guess track that's confirmed so far that we have in the game. Some of them we've of course seen in various gameplay. We don't know every single track that's in the game, but we have a little bit of a list. So we're going to be talking a lot about Mario Kart World. If you enjoy this one, leave a like, subscribe for more. Let's go ahead and jump straight into this. Let's start with the tracks excuse me, that are confirmed. This one's coming from Nintendo Life. Link it down in the description below as a source, but they're saying they've kind of grouped it up in a nice format. So for the Mushroom Cup, we have Mario Bros Circuit, Crown City, Whistle Stop Summit, and DK Spaceport. For the Flower Cup, we have Desert Hills, Shy Guy Bazaar, we have Wario Stadium and Airship Fortress. For the Star Cup, or so that was the Flower Cup, I think. That's what I said, right? Star Cup, we have DK Pass, Starview Peak, Sky High Sunday, and Wario Shipyard. For the Shell Cup, we have Koopa Troopa Beach, Faraway Oasis, Crown City, and Peach Stadium. We don't have anything in regards to Banana Cup, Leaf Cup, or Lightning Cup as of right now. We don't know the actual tracks, but again, this is a list I'm going off of based on Nintendo Life, what they posted. Now, in terms of how many tracks are there, we don't know every track that's going to be in the game, but we have an estimated around 28 different tracks, and the world map actually reveals 29 circuit icons. So there's a world map I'll show you guys in just a second, and well, let me show you right now. So you can see the world map, and it reveals apparently 29 tracks if you were to count them all. So we have that. Some people are like, well, yeah, but how do you divide that equally between all the different cups? Well, some are suggesting, could one of the cups consist of 5 races, or is one circuit just for knockout mode? I mean, what's up with that? We don't really know. It's also worth noting that there are clearly tracks on this map that we don't know about, because there's Rainbow Road. Well, we know about it now. So there might be some more hidden tracks in here, but I'm not sure where exactly they would fit. If so, because you can see the map looks pretty full already. There's a couple of spaces maybe you can squeeze in a track, but it seems like this is pretty full. And then, of course, like I said, Rainbow Road would be, I guess, a 30th track, I believe. If I'm doing the math right, I don't know. Anyways, in terms of returning tracks, there are a couple returning track names, and this was also mentioned in the Treehouse Live, such as Wario Stadium, Sky High Sunday, etc. Now, what they did mention in Treehouse Live is, although these are some of the tracks are returning tracks, these are like completely remade, especially for the format that is Mario Kart World. So they're familiar, but they're actually very different at the same time. So there's going to be familiarity. There's going to be some areas that are going to be, I guess, like the original tracks, but these are remade tracks. And that's something that Treehouse Live kind of mentioned. And this is something we're probably going to hear more of at the actual Mario Kart World Direct, which is, again, taking place April 17th. Now, in terms of Rainbow Road, so again, you see the map for the actual world that Nintendo posted. This is on the, like, pretty much all the Nintendo websites. If you go to the Mario Kart World on the Nintendo websites, you would see this map. But what Nintendo of Korea did is they accidentally added a map that had Rainbow Road included, and so I'll show you guys that we don't actually see the full map itself, unfortunately. We just kind of see a sort of like zoomed in version, and this is something that someone by the name of Edward Saba VO over on Twitter was able to catch and screenshot before it was taken down. And again, this is going to be a zoomed in version. Unfortunately, we don't have the zoomed out version, but you can see Rainbow Road's icon. It's very obviously Rainbow Road. And if you're wondering where on earth on the map this is, I'll see if I can somehow edit it into the map afterwards, but it's essentially kind of south of Peach's Castle. So, which is Peach's Castle is kind of like almost dead center of the map, kind of a little bit south of the dead center of the map, and then just south of Peach's Castle would be where Rainbow Road is. And again, you can see that it's most definitely Rainbow Road, because you can literally see the rainbow. You can see the Rainbow Road. So the question is, how are we going to get up? Like, especially, you know, in terms of like, you know, there's free roam and whatnot. How are we going to get up into space, into Rainbow Road? That's the part that I'm really, really intrigued the most about, I think, into figuring out, you know, how are we going to get up there from the ground, and how is it going to kind of interconnect with all the other tracks and stuff. So I thought it was interesting. Wanted to share that with you guys, some information on the different tracks, the map, and of course, Rainbow Road that got leaked by Nintendo of Korea. Who knows? Maybe Nintendo of Korea is going to leak some more stuff. I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine, but stay tuned for more, my friends. If you do enjoy Nintendo content, you're in the right place. Trying to obviously up the game, and you know, we've been kind of making a couple changes here and there to the content format and whatnot, trying to make it look a little bit more refreshed, if you will. So let me know if you have any feedback on all of that. And also the background lights, I kind of changed it. I don't know if you guys noticed. So, you know, one light is blue and the other one's kind of red, sort of like the Joy-Cons on the Nintendo Switch 2. Let me know if you like that better. Before, I had like a light blue here and a dark blue over here, which was a cool thing, but maybe this kind of contrast between the two is nicer. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts. If you enjoyed this one, leave a like, subscribe for, and I hope to see you guys soon in another one. Till then, game on. Catch you guys later.